Alright, so,
hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our show at 2:30 in the afternoon.
why? Because we fucking can.
Well, pretty much we can. Because, well, you got to work tonight.
I do have to work. I have to be working by 5.
And I didn't get, and you had to work last night. I didn't get home in time Monday. And Sunday, I was so damned exhausted from the event that
I also had to
you
work.
also had to work, so it didn't really work out for us.
No, but it just so happens that you got today off, and I didn't go until later. So
yeah, exactly. So you know what? We could go ahead and do this. So,
yes. Ladies
and gentlemen, welcome to the Raj and Rich Show.
I'm Raj,
and I'm Rich.
He wishes.
I do. So anyway, folks, we're gonna give you. Usually we start off the show with Amtgard. Unfortunately, there is an incident that's currently happening. Parkland High School in Parkland, Florida, which is in Broward County right now, they're dealing with an active shooter.
That's Marjorie Stoneman High School.
Marjorie Stoneman.
Yeah, Marjorie Stoneman High School in Broward County.
But it's in Parkland.
Yeah.
Florida.
Yes.
They have an active gunman currently right now. At last check, they had 20 that were injured because of this. Now, they don't know if that's 20 people shot, but they have 20 or more possible injuries. We've been listening to the scanner. He is currently, the active shooter is still in the building, and they are still trying to track him down.
Excuse me.
So it's not a over situation, and they're containing it currently right now. That person is active.
Yes.
And they are still, the Broward County Sheriff's Department is leading the situation and are still trying to get this individual. Last time I heard on the scanner, now this is unconfirmed. Let me make sure I tell people this is unconfirmed. The description of the individual doing the shooting, or the description of a person of interest that the county sheriff is currently looking for, is a 5'8" male, red hair, always wears a hoodie, and
currently wearing a gray hoodie.
Currently wearing a gray hoodie, loves to wear hoodies, according to reports.
Yes.
And is a member of the ROTC.
For Marjorie Stoneman.
Yeah. So, as this goes, we will update you as much as we can. Okay, so as of right now, Broward County Sheriff is still trying to locate the gunman in the school. Hey, how you doing there, folks? So, yeah, so that's where we're at right now on that. Like I said, normally we start with Amtgard, but I thought we both agreed that this was much more of an important situation because it's currently ongoing. It's not something that happened earlier today. It
started about probably 45 minutes ago.
45 minutes to an hour ago, a gunman walked into the school, evidently a member of the school. And like I said, I'm making an assumption here, okay? Unconfirmed, but based off of the description they're giving and the fact that the kids in the school are identifying the individual, this is an individual that currently attends the school there. Okay, so it's like I said, it's an ongoing situation. We have 20 or more possibly hurt. We saw the video. It looked like a girl had been shot in the abdomen.
Yeah, and they were triaged right outside the school. Yeah,
they were working on her very vigorously until they got an ambulance there to get her out of there. Based on just the debris everywhere from the triage area, they had multiple triages. They did say that some students that they had taken to the hospital had already been released.
Yes.
So that's good news. So at least we know it's not 20 or more dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least as far as we know. However, the Sheriff's Department is not going to broadcast over the radio whether or not they have a deceased individual on what floors. That'll be something that'll move to the secured channel that you can't gain access to unless you have one of the radios.
This is in Parkland, Florida at Marjorie Stoneman High School.
Yeah, if you have a police scanner app that works really good, search Broward County, Florida, and just bring up Broward County Sheriff and Police Radio, and it will come right up for you. and then you can listen into just like we were. So once again, the name of the school?
Marjorie Stoneman something high school. Marjorie Stoneman Marshall High School?
Something like that.
Something like that.
And Parkland, Florida in Broward County.
Yes.
Currently has an active shooter inside their high school. And they had, at last check, they had not apprehended the subject, or they have not found the subject.
As far as we know, they are still clearing the buildings in the high school.
Last report was they think that he is on the 3rd floor, and I had heard something along the lines of a parent of a child was on the floor with their child and
Fighting.
at some point was struggling with the gunman. So I'm not sure, because I can tell you from being a law enforcement officer and from being in a shooting situation, all kinds of things get said, and the problem is it's chaos. It's absolute chaos, even for the professionals that are trained to handle these situations. It's absolutely chaos.
Absolutely. I mean,
yeah.
It's you have so many things going on. You've got so many anomalies that can pop up at any moment, and it's overwhelming.
Yeah, it is. It's a crazy situation because you know, when you're in law enforcement, you train for active shooter situations now. Ever since Columbine High School, you seriously train for active shooter situations in schools.
Yeah.
The problem is training for it is in a controlled environment.
Yeah.
And when it's a non-controlled environment, it's completely and totally different.
It's bad.
So it becomes chaotic. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So that's as of what we know as right now. Like I said, a not usual start to our show. Because we felt that this was more important for those of you that are listening to our show, watching our show, and you are, and if you can, just keep an eye on the news and update us in the chat room or whatnot, and we'll update the rest of the world if anything new comes up in the process. I know Kill Mill likes to Google everything that we say.
I'm following.
And currently Miranda, who's in the studio as well, one of our station associates, is
My possible replacement?
Yeah, no. Is currently following the situation so we can keep you updated as we go along. All right, so now let's get on with the usual part of the show.
Well,
that we normally start with, which is Amtgard. And for my non-Amtgard friends that are following on Facebook right now, this next part's not going to make any sense to you whatsoever.
Well, before we go ahead and get into that, because this could potentially be my last show.
I don't think it is, because like I said, we got 88% of the votes say keep your ass on here.
Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know, there is a poll currently on the R&R page on Facebook.
Yes.
Saying to either keep me on the show as a co-host, or to replace me with the lovely Miranda.
Yes.
I'm not that great.
Shut up.
I suck at this game.
So anyway.
So, right now, currently, I do know one person who has said...
I got another vote.
who has said that they wanted me off the air, and that is Raban from the Celestial Kingdom. But right now, as it stands, currently he is outvoted, but I'm pretty sure that if he gets all of his Dark Riders to go ahead, hop on there, and block vote like he does in the CK, then that'll be the only way to remove me from the show.
Yes. Well, not going to happen.
Yeah, but, you know, you never know, because he is pretty vindictive.
My vote counts for 100. Because I am sitting next to you. I am the co-anchor on this desk.
Your vote doesn't count because you are part of the show.
No, my vote counts for 100. I have 100 votes.
Damn it.
So he's got to come up with himself plus another 100 to outdo just my vote.
Well, all he has to do is just bully some people.
All right, well.
All right, so.
Nice segue into what we wanted to talk about in Amtgard. Way to go.
So, you know me, I always got to segue shit.
The area is now on lockdown. The entire area is now on lockdown.
Okay, so you heard it. The entire area of the high school is currently on lockdown.
And I'm pretty sure this. Well, the school itself, we know, is on lockdown. Okay, when it started, as soon as the phone call went in, it was locked down.
Yeah,
it's an automatic. That's school procedure now. The moment anybody even calls in a threat, they lock the joint down.
Yes.
If cops pull over a guy 4 blocks away that has a gun in his car, they lock the school down. However, I'm pretty sure what that means is now there's a several block radius around this school that's now locked down.
Now, Bacon, with them calling in a tank, it's not actually a tank. It's an APC.
It's an armored personnel carrier, so they can move SWAT teams or SRTs in to a location without having to worry about the gunman being able to pick them off as they're moving into position.
Yeah, SRTs, QRF, all that good stuff.
Yeah. And
Currently following
even
live on
EOD.
Twitter.
there's a lot of people that are like, what the hell are all these letters? You know.
Yeah.
It did, trust me, okay. He assumed it was an APC. It's an ABC, you know. Broward County is a pretty big county, and it has a lot in it, a lot of people in it. But the last time I checked, they're not running around with an M1A2 Abrams.
Yeah, no, or an M1A1. But it would be kind of funny if you see an M4 out there.
It would. It would. It would be funny as if you saw him come in with a Sherman tank with a big star on the front of it. It's like, man, they went old school on this.
Well, that's the M4.
That is the M4, is the Sherman?
The M4 Sherman.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a different one.
And then you also have the M4A3 Easy 8.
Which one's that one?
Is
that the one with the flamethrower?
No, it's the heavy version of the Sherman.
Oh,
that
yeah.
has the ammo rack on the back.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Easy 8.
Ollie wanted us to say that thoughts and prayers for the students, teachers, and police. Absolutely.
Nicholas Cruz in custody. Suspect in custody. Possible bombs at school.
Okay, so there's a suspect in custody. His name is Nicholas Cruz, according to what's been reported, and they believe that he has also placed bombs in the school.
Possibly.
It's possible. We even heard it on the radio that they had found unattended backpacks in different locations, and they made it very clear: do not touch, do not approach.
That after they go ahead and get suspect in custody, they'll go ahead and do a sweep with EOD.
Yeah.
So they pretty much got everything covered.
Yeah, they've got it covered. So now there's going to be a de-escalation of the whole incident and scene. And
Possibly 2 bombs.
And it's going to move into what is considered a complete investigation of the scene.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of people sit there and say that, hey, well, why are they doing an investigation? Obviously, this kid went in and shot people. It doesn't matter. You still have to do an investigation over the whole situation. Every bit of this has to be investigated to find out, one, how did he do it? Why did he do it? How did he move throughout the building and do what he did? You know, what things did he come in contact with? Who did he come in contact? Why did he come in contact with it?
Was it spur of the moment? Was it premeditated? Yada yada yada.
It's going to be it's going to take a couple. It's going to take a while before. Yeah.
It's
been a few weeks since somebody's been screaming about gun control, and guess what? Here we go again.
You want to know what my version of gun control is? Keep your booger hook off the bang button until you're ready to go pew pew pew.
And do not cover anything you don't intend to shoot.
Don't flag anything you don't intend to kill.
Yep, there you go. All right, so so I'll guarantee you within the next 12 hours you're going to start hearing people scream about gun control. And somebody's going to say this is the worst school shooting, and of course, it's there's going to be all kinds of labels going to throw into this. Don't buy into that bullshit whatsoever. We won't know. We have no way of knowing. So the idiots are going to come out and go, see, he got a hold of guns illegally. How do we know?
It's probably his dad's.
You know, it could be his father's, and his father was shitty at keeping them secured.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that his dad broke the laws obtaining the guns, which he had access to.
Unless, of course, it was a gun that they used for gators. It is Florida.
Well, yeah, I get that. But, I mean, these are the things that the goofball liberals are going to come out with in the next 12 to 48 hours.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Is going to be every horrific thing humanly possible to get the gun debate started again. And as far as I know, I did not hear that there was a second gunman.
No, as far as we know,
there was only one suspect. In the beginning, they thought maybe there was 2, and one got out when they were evacuating the school. They did send a canine officer out into the canal.
Yes. To
go search down the canal that's over by the school. However, as far as we know, there is only one gunman.
He was reportedly on YouTube last night discussing and researching bombs.
Oh.
And accordance with Benjamin's social media check comment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so...
I mean, he could just look at the Anarchist Cookbook and find shit on there.
Right, and you can order it on Amazon.com.
Right, fucking Jeff Bezos. Which we will be talking about him later.
You can order it on Amazon.com. You don't even need to look it up online. You just order it and it's in your house. And then nobody knows what you're researching in the book.
Exactly.
So... But yeah, so this is going to be an ongoing situation, but I'm glad they got him into custody. I'm glad, you know, I hate to say this because a lot of people always say, well, kill the bastard. I'm glad they caught him alive. Bacon's like, Valentine's Day shooting, someone got turned down for the spring dance. It's sad that I'm desensitized enough to crack a joke about this.
I say someone stole his magic
Isn't that an
cards.
instant watch list? Yes, if you download the Anarchist Cookbook, I will guarantee you probably within about 10 minutes, the NSA will know everything that's on your computer.
Yes.
I will almost guarantee it, because according to the, oh God, what is that, the court called that the Homeland Security has to go through in order to the FISA court. According to the FISA court, the Anarchist Cookbook is on the list for probable cause to get a warrant.
Yes.
So if somebody has downloaded the Anarchist Cookbook or has gone to the site where you can view every single page of it, you have automatically qualified for a warrant in the FISA court.
That's why I looked it up when I was at school.
So if you have it on your computer system, the NSA knows what porn you're watching.
Yes.
Just so you're aware.
God damn it.
And they're probably watching you go ahead and beat that Cheeto. So.
Yeah. So, and if you're dumb enough to have a camera on the top of your computer, they're watching you watch the porn.
Yes.
Okay. Because, like I said, the Anarchist Cookbook is on the list of automatic warrants. All you have to do is go in and say, this individual downloaded it. Boom! Warrant in hand. Right there.
Yep.
So, damn, they know about the dwarves. Yes, they do.
Yes.
Alright,
so, moving into...
Well, let's go ahead and move on now because, like I said, they got... But what I was going to say is I'm glad they got the guy in custody.
Yes.
Because hopefully they'll be able to talk to him and find out why he did it. A lot of these ones, the end game result for these active shooters is to die by the hands of cops.
Yes.
Or they die by their own hands. Like the Columbine shooters. They blew their own heads off.
Yes.
Okay? So, in this situation, they got them. So maybe we might be able to find something out because I don't know. There hasn't hardly been any school shooters they've actually captured.
Mm-mm.
This is one of the first ones that's committed a mass shooting inside of a school that they caught. By the way, Kill Mill would like to say shout out to you for a great event.
Miranda.
Oh, thank you.
Did Kill Mill go to the event?
No.
No, but I know that Harley and Jill went.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
I boycotted the event by attending the event.
Well, I'm pretty sure if I went to the event, I'd probably get my ass kicked.
As you say, what? I was anti-conformist.
No, you're being a nonconformist by conforming with a nonconformist.
There you go. So I boycotted the event by attending the event. It's kind of like it was kind of like what's his name when he said I was for the 65 billion before I was against it or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, John Kerry. That's me.
Yeah. So actually, moving into Amtgard, we are going to start off with talking about the Celestial Kingdom mid-reign that happened this past weekend.
Yes.
And apparently, there's a bunch of bullshit that happened at the event too.
Well, okay. So let's break this down logically, so we don't add to the shit that's going on. Okay, because there's a lot of shit going on.
Yes.
All right, so we had the event out at Devil's Bayou, and I would have to say that our hosts were very gracious. The property was beautiful. The improvements they've done to the place are great. I ran the battle games in the tournament. I love the new section of the keep that they've built. It seemed a lot more sturdier and more updated than the old one. We did a bunch of games in there. And that was great. Feast was on point.
Okay.
Brett did a wonderful job with Feast.
I only cried once.
You know, Brett's usually when people do beef tips with noodles and cabbage and stuff, they either undercook it or overcook it. They're usually never in the middle.
Well, that's Brett's go-to for an event, and he does a really kick-ass job with it. He
Yeah,
has it down to a fucking science.
I will tell you, it was fucking great. I don't like Brussels sprouts.
I love
I don't. And I ate the shit out of it. I really did. I loved it. So, hey, hats off to you, Brett. Feast was great. Then we moved into court. I want to drop a name of a group that was out there, the Stevensville guys.
Okay.
Grey Wardens.
The Wardens.
Wardens.
The Grey Wardens.
Yes.
Okay, the Grey Wardens. Great bunch of guys. Very enthusiastic. Some of them are not new to coming to events, but a bunch of them were, and they showed up fully armor for head to toe, and we're out there all balls Mahoney, man. They were serious.
Nice.
One of them ended up earning his first Order of the Warrior and a Griffin.
Nice.
For it. I was going to recommend it for his Griffin, but then I had like 3 other people come up to me and recommend it for a Griffin.
Nice.
So I'm like, all right, cool. Not a problem. Spoke with them, talked to them. They had lots of questions. We answered a lot of questions. They didn't understand how the magic worked because they're a freehold of nothing but warriors.
Okay. That makes sense.
So they didn't understand how the magic part of it worked. Basically what they did is they opened up an Amtgard rulebook and went through the ROP and then kind of guessed
on what they should do.
On what they should do.
Okay.
So, oh, by the way, thank you. I did what I could do with the games. I had a much bigger quest planned, but the weather kicked that in the ass.
Yeah.
Because that was the, if you say the good, the bad, if you pick out the good and the bad, okay, and the ugly, definitely the ugly was the fucking weather. I mean, it was gorgeous until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. All the way up to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it was in the 70s.
Okay.
We're out there fighting. We finished the tournament. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like literally, you could see people sitting at the keep. Where we were at in the tournament, we were out in the open field. The people at the keep started shivering and screaming and saying, "Damn, it's cold." Well, I'm sitting there going, "Oh, the fuck you're talking about? 70 goddamn degrees." And then it just swept across the field like it was walking. Like, first Lily felt it, and I'm standing over here, and then it hit me. And I'm like, damn. And I mean, and then the wind came behind it. And once the wind came in, we were fine.
I hate when that shit happens.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Black Wolf song.
Yo.
Hey, don't go anywhere, Black Wolf.
We're about to talk about you.
We're going to be talking about you in this one. Whether it's that, I'm just getting over being sick. I'm now sick from it. Yeah, it took me an extra day to keep fighting on it, but I'm now sick with it. And so anyway, so the ugly was definitely the event. Unfortunately, we lost the tent in the situation.
Okay.
Surreal's tent went into the great beyond. Unfortunately, when she got up in the morning to tear down the tent, decided it wanted to take off.
The school is now dismissing students.
All right, so update on the school shooting in Florida. The school they are now dismissing students out of the building.
Awesome.
So good news is the situation is now over.
Yeah.
Is now officially over, and we're good there.
Receiving reports
It's not what you did.
Yeah, TJ, it's not what you did. It's what somebody has a plan for you. So just keep listening.
Now let's talk about the controversial bit.
All right, so I heard, what was it? 3 people got knighted?
3 people did get knighted
3
at this
people
event.
got knighted.
2 were there's another belt added onto the one they already have. Raban was knighted in his crown, and Wilhelm was knighted in his crown.
And then Latilic got his flame.
He got his flame.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. Okay, so Wilhelm, congratulations on getting your crown belt. It's definitely well deserved. I mean, this is a person who has not stopped working for the kingdom.
No, and he qualified for his crown belt a while ago.
Yes.
And still constantly active in the running of the operations of the kingdom. Still trying to run for office in the kingdom. Taking part in the BOD, which the BOD doesn't necessarily qualify towards that, but still it's functioning. The difference between our BOD and like the craptaculous BOD in another kingdom that I was a part of.
Yeah.
You know, Black Wolf knows all about that. He was monarch when it happened to me while I was monarch.
Yeah.
You know, so the thing is, you know, our BOD actually works in conjunction with our kingdom. So
yes,
it still kind of counts. It doesn't count towards your points because the BOD is not in the ROP for counting towards points. But
it's still showing that he's constantly active in the running of the kingdom.
My daughter's now watching.
Hi, Teddy.
So
Wilhelm, congratulations, definitely well deserved.
Yep.
So Raban also got his crown belt. Now I do understand he has the points and he has been, you know, trying to make a push for being more active and proactive in Amtgard.
And he has been doing things, you know, in the operations of the kingdom. So we can go ahead and say that, yes, you have earned your crown belt.
Yes.
You know, okay, so that's not what the controversy necessarily is. It involves him and that belt. But it's how it was done.
Yeah.
And Sir Weasel lost his shit, to put it lightly.
All the cookies.
Lost his shit. You know, because they did a ninja knighting for Raban. Okay? They did a ninja knighting. And a lot of people aren't a fan of it. I know I watched Harley and Jill's little live feed. I got to see it after the fact because I was on the road and my phone doesn't work worth a shit for live feeds. And, you know, they made it clear that they're not big fans of ninja knighting. I am. The reason being is because I like a surprise. You know, I like to be just sitting there like bullshitting with people like, yeah, you know, somebody's getting knighted, dude. And they're like, hey, you're coming up. What the fuck?
President Donald Trump just spoke to the Governor Rick Scott. We're working closely with law enforcement on the terrible Florida school shooting. Okay, so the president is now in contact with the governor of the state of Florida to concerning the active gunman, the former active gunman situation in Florida. All right, so like I said, some people are not fans of ninja knightings.
Correct.
There are people who are. I'm kind of old school, and we used to ninja knight people all the time.
Yes.
You know, and like I said, Weasel lost his shit. And some of the things that came out of this, out of nowhere, every Saracen that was in attendance, because on the night circle that day, it was a majority. It was a majority Dark Riders and Saracens that showed up for the night circle, with the exception you had I think one or two, maybe two that were not Dark Riders or Saracens. Okay, so suddenly out of nowhere, all the Saracens that were in attendance, including the non-knights, because my name I got brought into it. We're all Dark Riders sporting Saracen colors undercover. Okay.
I mean, just because the Dark Riders are totally okay with poaching people from other companies does not mean that other people are
two Annihilus Knights were there.
Okay.
So, I mean, but still, I mean, I get that you did not agree with it. Here's my problem with that. You could have showed the fuck up and been there in person.
Yeah.
I've heard, not knights, just people. Okay. Yeah, because I was getting ready to say, I don't remember seeing a single Annihilus Knight there. But, because I know my Knight, was there, and he's not a Saracen or a Dark Rider. He's a former Saracen, but he dropped his S. You know, so, but yeah, there's a right way to complain about this shit and a wrong way.
There is.
A right way to complain is to say, look, I totally disagree with this happening. Okay, Weasel, why? Well, these are my reasons as to why. Okay, well, we disagree with you for this reason. Well, we disagree with you for that reason. Okay, well, I disagree with this. And then, you know... And
then have a fucking discussion about it, you fucking dipshits.
You know, have a discussion, not fly the fuck off the handle. I mean, I've seen people go nuclear over decisions before, but Jesus. This was ridiculous how far... I mean... Now he's basically now turned the CK into like the Cold War era, where in the Cold War era, in every shadow somebody was standing, there's a communist. Well, now in the shadows everywhere somebody's standing, they're a Dark Rider. I mean, and that's what basically what it is. If a new person and I saw the CK page away, I could have walked away real fast. No shit. I don't doubt it. You know, it was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. The shitstorm that hit over this. And it's just like, okay, look, the guy's qualified for his belt. You don't agree with how they did it. Got it. Now you want to sit there and start throwing conspiracy theories saying the only reason why it happened is because he had enough people on the Night Circle to vote it in.
Oh, kind of like how it's also coming around, yeah, through the grapevine, shit like that. That apparently Dark Riders and Saracens have
an alliance.
Have an alliance for block voting.
I addressed this with Lufa on the Yamish and Lufa show. I will say it one more time. I am a Saracen. I will not be in any other company as long as I am in the game. Even if there comes a time where me and the Saracens have to part ways, I will not be joining another fighting company ever again. Okay? So you can forget about the whole, and then the whole alliance thing. In order for there to be an alliance between the CK Saracens and the CK Dark Riders, it has to involve 3 people, and I am one of them, in order for that to happen.
And all 3 said,
and all 3 of us had no idea this had happened until somebody told us. Okay, so there you go. So that didn't happen. I will say that I did go after Tom a lot because he was calling people petty and wasn't backing it up. No! And then he used the dumbest fucking reference ever saying petty is a petticoat. So petty is a woman's undergarment?
I don't wear undergarments.
We know this. Okay. So, yeah, Tom Locke got on there and started blowing, blowing up and didn't have any way to fucking back it up. And then had to start backpedaling it, so he didn't help. He added to the dumpster fire that... I mean, by the time Monday morning rolled around, the CK page was so much of a shit show over this whole deal that it was just amazing just how bad it got. This is what was created because of it. We now have a CK Hash It Out page where you can go in and you can talk about what you disagree with, and we can't get pissed at each other for saying we disagree with you.
And honestly, I think that's a great idea.
It is a great idea because me and Dizzy are getting along.
Yay, pirate!
Okay, so me and Dizzy are getting along. So there it is. What gets me is some of the loudest complainers can't be found at the solutions table.
Yeah. So speaking of adding to this dumpster fire that is now the CK. Or that has been the CK for a little while now.
Yes.
Apparently, it's been reported that the current monarch of the CK is talking about removing the ban on both Black Wolf and Koalabus.
Okay, let me straighten this out.
Okay.
Okay. What the post said is that people keep bringing it up. So he put a post up saying, hey, if you want this to happen, here's the thread to discuss it.
Okay.
He did not come out and say that he was going to do it.
Yeah.
People kept coming to him.
I heard that he was talking about it.
People kept coming to him saying that we need to remove the ban on Koalabus and Black Wolf. Kept doing it. He kept doing it. So he put up a post saying, if you want to discuss this, here's the thread. Basically, for those people that want to call him out, or want to say, hey, we want it gone, or the people who say, no, this will never happen, okay, he's making them go public.
Yes. And I think, honestly, creating a discussion thread to go ahead and find out exactly what the populace wants, that's a great fucking thing. Because it lets people, give their opinions and their input and so on and so forth. But unfortunately, I will say this, with the way that people are in the CK, especially in this area, to include members of EH and Wetlands and GP, people are fucking dense, people are fucking thick-skulled, yada yada yada, and they're always going to find a way to turn everything around to make somebody else look bad.
Yeah.
But that honestly is the culture of Amtgard in this area. And it's one of the many reasons why I ended up leaving the game, or getting somebody to call for my removal to have me leave the game. Because I was sick and tired of all the fucking bullshit and all the threats and yada yada yada, because people don't know that this is just a fucking game.
There's a lot of people who flip shit over this, and and you're right, they can't tell the difference between real life and a game.
No.
There's a bunch of us that have a lot invested in this game.
I had a lot invested in this game.
And for us, it falls in line with real life, but we still know there's a difference between the two. Okay? Yeah, that would probably be a fun idea at the next event. Let's just hand out Preparation H as gate favors.
So, with all this that's going on, there's people who are calling this a god-level dumpster fire in the CK.
Don't do it.
Honestly, no, I'm not going to do it. But if you guys want a god-level dumpster fire in the CK, I can let loose so much fucking dirty laundry among a shit ton of fucking people in the CK that it's going to make everything fucking blow up.
Dude, everybody's got skeletons in their closet.
Oh, yeah.
Some shit. I mean, seriously. So, what?
Yeah,
but still.
But also, since I'm no longer a member of this game.
Hi, my Aunt Debbie is now watching.
But because I'm no longer a member of this game, there's literally nothing anybody can fucking do to me.
Yeah, well, so, okay.
But I'm not going to be vindictive.
Not true. They get rid of you.
It's not like I'm going to fucking come back anyways.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm working on it.
Nobody fucking wants me in the game anyways.
That's not true.
Well, besides you.
I do.
Well, that's why I said besides you.
Hey, I count. Kinda. I'm just like a hemorrhoid in this game. Everybody's like, they think they got rid of me, and here I pop right back up again.
All with the bleedy butthole.
So anyhow, you know, so, and don't get me wrong, you know, and then I watched the other shit show. Gilzer put up a poll asking if why didn't you go? Why did you or did you not go to the event? Did you boycott it or did you not go for any other reason? And there was one individual, I'm not going to name names, but there was one individual in that discussion thread who really kept overemphasizing this whole we didn't feel safe and blah, 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 blah. And you know, and it just kept going and kept going.
Was it Elistray?
I'm not naming names.
Okay.
You're not wrong.
You know, and right. I think we're gonna have to put in a new dumpster before Spring War. At this point, I think our dumpster. I think we've heated it up so much we've melted clean through it.
We need like that carbon steel reinforced shit.
Right. We need and it
with just like how that picture with fucking Cricks with the fucking spear fucking churning it.
Well, yeah, but we need to line the dumpster with the atmospheric tiles from the space shuttle.
Oh god.
So that way we
vibranium.
There you go. Nah, screw that. Unobtainium. It gets stronger. It gets stronger the hotter it gets.
Yes. Unobtainium.
But anyhow, right, and I decided I was going to be my usual jackass self when it comes to posts that have gone so far off the rails it's no longer necessary.
You were telling me about this.
And
too.
then my first post on it was I was for the event before I was against it, or was I against the event before I was for it, or was I for it before or before I was for? But could I or could I not be for or for? And then I said, I'm confused. And then I turned around and responded with, you know what? I boycotted the event by attending the event, helping where needed, running battle games, actively engaged in social and socializing, you know, because I'm extreme!
And that's the whole being a nonconformist by conforming with a nonconformist.
There you go. And then guess what happened? The thread stopped. Because I guess I'm like, Father Yamish has spoken and he has now made us all feel like idiots, so let's just stop now. Because that's when you know you've gone too far, is when I start putting posts in there like that.
And Marcus, you're correct. The answer is 42.
Yes.
Or asterisk.
You know, but that thread on the poll got to 156 or 170 comments. Before I decided I'm just gonna act like you guys and make a completely and totally retarded post. Because here's real simple. He put up a poll. You click, you boycotted it, or you didn't. Yeah. We really didn't need any other information. No. We really didn't. But somehow it got turned into a big ass you know, shit sandwich, and everybody had to take a bite of it.
Well, sometimes a shit sandwich isn't that bad. I mean, shit on a shingle is really good.
Yeah, but that's legitimate food. I'm talking about a shit sandwich.
Well, of course, you know, I'm a fucking cook. I'm going to talk about fucking food anyway.
I realize this. So anyway, the funniest response out of the poll that got put up about bringing Black Wolf in and what's his name? Kolalowicz. There you go. Thank you. Was somebody posted up? Wow, at this rate, I can't wait to play with Darkstar and Isam again. Oh! Somebody responded to that one. That was I had to stop my truck on the side of the road and laugh my head off. I didn't think that was going to get pulled out, but somebody pulled that shit out of there. There's a lot of people that are listening to this chat that haven't been in long enough to have been around when Isam was here. I had a green Incredible Hulk that I made wear Isam's tunic, and I went around with it going, Isam smash! Ah! Wow. I was going to get action figures made. I was going to get action figures made. Oh, yes, let's unban Isam. You know, sure, why not? You know, but that was the thing, you know, that came up, and I was like, okay, this thread has now officially derailed itself. We can't go anywhere from that. It's over. Once somebody throws out the Darkstar and Isam reference and an unbanning, it's over.
I mean, Darkstar was a Dark Rider.
Yeah. Let's not talk about what happened with that whole situation and why Darkstar ain't coming back.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, think about it this way, okay? Darkstar was so bad.
We're going to talk about it.
That he got exiled from the Dark Riders
and
then kicked out of the company.
You got to be pretty bad to get kicked out of the Dark Rider. I mean, that's a whole new level right there. DR ain't on the CK page anymore.
Except for one.
Yeah. Yeah. The Dark Riders have officially taken themselves off the CK page, and so because they claim that they are constantly being attacked. So, I don't mean to sound insulting, but the way the post read, it sounded like a snowflake post. It's like, oh, we're being attacked. You know what? Bitch, I've been a Saracen for 18 years. I don't know how many times I've seen us get fucking attacked by everybody. Dude, we give no fucks. We don't. We're the red and black guys with the big ass S's. No, you know.
Motherfucker.
You know, just people just pick on us all the friggin' time.
I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
Right? I mean, seriously. Mark is like, Isam was monarch of my first spring war.
Well, you know, if that's the case, then bye, Felicia.
Isam's the one who gave me my title. My Baron A title.
Nice.
Came from Isam.
Very nice.
That was after my second park I started in Nevada, I think. And then Isam's like, no, give this bitch a title. He won't let Amtgard go. He's in the land of not free, but he's in the land of prostitution and gambling. His ass started a fucking Amtgard group. Yeah, blackjack and hookers.
I like that idea.
This is why your son says this at the doctor's office.
I know this. My 5-year-old did say that at the doctor's office. Well, what do you need? Blackjack and hookers?
Honestly, you know, we need to come up with a new version of Amtgard. It's going to be Amtgard 9.0. And it's going to have Amtgard the way that we want it, with blackjack and hookers.
So a mixture of version 6 and 5 with blackjack and hookers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
So that way it's no longer Brenningard.
Well, yeah, because I have no problem changing that.
We should make Warlord sports weapons.
Bacon is letting us know that no, we're not doing version 5, a mix of 5 and 6 with blackjack and hookers, evidently. I ain't running no game.
Okay, so this is going to be Ring the Bell, and the bell is on the breast of the hooker. In order for you to do it, you have to do a line of coke off her ass and then hit the bell.
We're not even going to have a COC, are we?
No, we're not.
Okay. We can't have a COC and do this at the same time.
By the way, this is all satire, so
completely satire.
So don't take this, you know.
Don't ban me for this, or him.
I'm already fucking out the game.
I mean, seriously, if you think about it, all we have to do is add blackjack and hookers to some HFS groups.
I'm totally okay with that.
That's all we really have to do. What?
Something.
I got some message in fucking Spanish.
Hello, cabrón.
It didn't say that. I know what that shit means. It just, long line of shit just popped up on my screen and it was in complete Spanish. I don't know what the hell it meant. Brenningard, Warlord Sports. I think if there was a chance to make him lose credibility, he'd have to lose all of his customers. Not happening, though.
Well, I mean, he is the one that is bullying the other vendors who are making their own tech.
Yeah. I mean, come on. We had a guy out of Rising Winds get kicked out of Amtgard altogether.
Yeah.
And there was nothing wrong with his equipment.
Yeah.
And now, there it is again. I'm getting a hat.
En pocas horas se acaba el hasta 50%.
So I think I'm getting 50% off of tortillas. Or sombreros. One of the two. Oh.
Yeah, he always fires to buy his tech.
You know what we ought to do? We ought to make our own tech and show up at Clan and sell it.
No boss.
Because... is there any other weapons vendors that even show up to Clan?
I am no longer in the game.
I know they show up with a big ass trailer full of their shit every year.
I'm no longer in the game, and I know that there is a certain number of people who do not want to see me anywhere.
Well, I know Prestige does.
Oh, Sutra! I fucking love Sutra.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that like
I bought a new belt off of this weekend.
The Queen of Unmod probably doesn't want to see me on there.
Who cares? I'll elbow you in the
Shut up.
head. There is no more Unmod. It's gone.
Yeah.
There it is
Vamos
again.
en pocas horas se acaba hasta 50% en mi línea PM. It says if you want 50% off, send me a line through private message.
I'm going to send you a message here. You want 50% off this dick? But I'm going to have to say that shit in Spanish because I'm pretty sure they're not going to know what the fuck I'm saying.
Yo tengo mis...
I lost almost all my Facebook watchers now. Well, they're over here now.
Either throat punch Fister or cock punch him.
I'm not doing that. We'll get our YouTube channel kicked. That wasn't the brightest fucking move in the world.
There, I did it so he can't get a COC fucking, what?
How would I get a COC? We're not the Rising Winds. We're not going to ban somebody for doing shit in my own home.
Actually, that fucking hurt.
Maybe. I don't know. The king is watching.
Hey, throw
I'm not doing it. No.
Hey,
no.
It's better than the fucking Tide Pod.
No, it's not, because if you break this little ass fucking bone in here, your hyoid bone, it's over. You're dead. So no. Tide Pod, at least you could probably vomit it out of you. This, you break this, it's over.
Where's the hammer?
Have you seen these fists?
Where's the hammer?
You seen these fists?
Where's the hammer? So I can just right there.
I break some people with these things. I'm not breaking my hyoid bone.
Right here, right here.
No.
Damn it!
I'm not here. Stop being fucking stupid.
Okay.
God, I had to use the show slogan on you. We need to ban Fister immediately for assaulting Fister.
I second this. Oh, wait, no.
You gotta file a report, you idiot.
Oh,
you
wait.
dropped out of Amtgard, so you can't.
Oh, wait, I'm not KGMR anymore.
You can't file a complaint against yourself anyway. You're not in the game anymore.
Damn it.
See, look what happens when you drop out.
Well,
Kids don't... I gotta turn this shit up, man. It's like burning.
Like, literally. I mean...
There we go.
I can't get banned, period.
You can, too.
Then fucking ban me!
Nobody's banning you.
Damn it!
April is the queen of Unmod. There is no Unmod anymore. What is it in it? Now it's a fictitious thing that people are giving themselves monarchy positions out of. How's that even a thing? Fuck it. I'm king of Yamish mod. Fuck it. At least my BOD won't take my fucking kingdom away from me.
This is very true.
Jesus. Because I'm not stupid.
At least you get your own shit.
Because I won't be dumb enough to put Jesus Solang and fucking Wisp Morales on my goddamn board of directors.
Shots fired.
Oh, this is fucking great.
I won't be that much of a dumbass. Nope, it's been tested. Second, you bite into a Tide Pod, the chemicals start burning your mouth tissues, causing agonizing pain.
Give me a Tide Pod!
Kind of like my relationship.
Damn.
It was a joke.
Speaking of which, today is Valentine's Day.
Today is Valentine's Day. If you ain't gone out, got your loved one of these. If you haven't gotten them shit, you might want to do something.
Unfortunately, I cannot drink during the day because I do have work after this. And
Submit a motion to separate the BOD from Yamish's kingdom. Son of a bitch! I can't even have a freaking kingdom without maybe. Oh.
But hey, at least you'll be able to knight yourself in your own kingdom.
And now I'm no better than HFS. Christ. Hey, look.
Bacon seconds the motion.
Hey.
All right.
HFS, let's show up. Hey, look, you're attending, you're breathing, you have a heartbeat. You're a knight.
And then they'll probably look at me like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, you would be the one to show up. They wouldn't give a knight's belt to him.
They'd be like, get the fuck out. Nobody
changes his name to Jesus. Oh, Bubba is going to be on the Yamish's Kingdom BOD and change his name to Jesus.
Marcus, don't worry, Marcus. I don't have a Valentine either.
So buy yourself some fucking chocolate. That's what I did one year. I was single one year for Valentine's Day. And they all looked at me like, well, what are you going to do, dude? You ain't got nobody. Fuck that. You know what I did? Went down to Walmart, bought myself a big-ass fucking heart of chocolates, some lube, and some booze.
You had righty and lefty.
Yeah, I did. I had a date that night.
I haven't had a Valentine's.
That's why I bought lube.
Let's see. I haven't had a Valentine's.
And I rented a movie.
I think 2009.
I don't think I rented the movie.
No, this was before I had Valentine's. 2009. Holy shit.
Okay, this was before they had computers, so you know, yeah. So
that's true.
Who says you can't buy yourself chocolate?
Because I'm a jackass. I'm not allowed to fucking treat myself.
Bullshit. Shut the fuck up.
I gotta suffer.
No, you self-imposed.
Well, yeah, because it's what I deserve.
Whatever.
You know, it's true.
Again, self-imposed.
Okay, anyways, moving on.
Side note, Fister of Sovereign Scrolls has a...
Oh, God. I forgot. I still have a fucking character in Sovereign Scrolls. How the fuck do you know about that, Javi?
Because... Okay, because...
Oh, yeah, Javi is very, very well versed in, like, everything.
He's a stalker.
He is.
He is. He's a stalker.
So, moving on to mundane shit.
Well, yeah.
Because I'm sick and tired of talking about this fucking game.
I'm not.
Yeah, well, I've got nothing invested in this shit anymore.
Hey, by the way, Yamish, the character, turns 21 at Spring War.
Nice.
21 years in Amtgard, so the problem is I would love to get fucked up for Yamish's 21st birthday in the game. Unfortunately, I'm the head of security. So I can't.
Head of security?
I am the captain of the guard.
That's right.
Yeah, now.
That's right. And you're also co-feastocrat.
I'm who says you can't get drunk while you're feastocrat?
I wouldn't suggest it. But then again, that is me because, you know, with the way that I am, if I'm going to be in the kitchen, I got to have my wits about me, especially dealing with fucking sharp
Well, I mean, I could look at somebody and go, what's fun is when you're drunk and you're feastocrat and somebody goes, what is this I'm eating? And you go,
no.
It's chicken. Well, why does it look like a pork chop? The chicken goes oink oink and plays in the mud. You do the math. Thank you.
Alright, so moving on to mundane shit, because this is something that I really want to talk about.
We're all waiting on you, pal.
Okay, so last week was the prototype launch of the Falcon
we're talking about that. You were saying last week. I thought we were going to talk about the Eagles and winning the Super Bowl, but okay, go ahead.
No. Space.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah. All right. So, fucker. So last week was like literally the very first voyage launch of the Falcon Heavy.
By the way, for those of you on Facebook, this will be the last story you guys are going to get on Facebook. You're going to have to switch over to the YouTube channel, and if you go to YouTube and just search the Raj and Rich Show, our channel comes up. Click on that and get in the chat room and be a part of the conversation.
Yeah, said what he said. All right, so the Falcon Heavy launch went fucking amazingly. It was so fucking beautiful.
With the exception of one thing.
With the exception of one thing, and that's one of the rocket boosters.
The main core.
Yeah, the main core did not make it back onto the drone ship. In fact, it had a malfunction and crashed into the ocean at 300 miles per hour.
Actually, it hit the ship too.
No, it did not hit the ship.
They said it did. They said it damaged the ship because you watch before it crashes into the ocean. You see them trying to hit the afterburners and knocking the camera system out.
Yeah, it knocked the camera system out, and it was the force from the water that damaged the ship. It was not the booster itself.
Well, didn't the booster cause the force in the water?
Yes, it caused the force in the water. Yeah, the booster damaged the ship, but the booster did not hit the ship.
Okay, this is
fucking semantics.
I like doing the whole like 10 degrees of Kevin Bacon thing here. Okay,
360 degrees.
No, it's 10 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
No, it's 360 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Okay, all right, cool.
Because you're supposed to go full circle between matching.
Got
factors.
it.
Yeah, 360 degrees. So the way that they went ahead and made the Falcon Heavy was they attached 3 Falcon 9 rockets.
In fact, there's nobody watching on Facebook now, so I'm going to go ahead and shut the live feed.
Yeah, go ahead and shut that shit down.
All right, so Facebook feed, goodbye.
Yeah.
YouTube, Raj and Rich Show. Check it out right now.
That. So, what they did was they attached 3 Falcon 9 rockets, put it together. Because we know the Falcon 9 rocket was the one that, when they went ahead and launched it, they actually went ahead and landed back on the pad. Mm-hmm. So, with the way that they have the Falcon Heavy set, is it can have a payload of 150 tons.
Yes.
Which is fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
So, they go ahead, launch the fucking rocket, and it actually hit an apogee of like 9,400. And that's fucking huge compared to, you know, like other fucking rockets like the Saturn V and, you know, the Gemini.
Well, its speed, it hit max Q like fast.
Like literally most rockets, you know, when it's taking off from the platform, you know, it takes a little bit to fucking go, and then all of a sudden it starts to go.
Yeah.
Fucking Falcon Heavy, you know, you see it get halfway past the fucking launch pad and just fucking shoots off.
It's gone.
It was fucking beautiful. And then to make it even that much more fucking great, when it went ahead and hit, you know, the outer atmosphere and everything like that, it went ahead, released the payload.
He's been waiting to talk about this.
I have. Oh my god! So, released the payload, and it was fucking Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster. Musk.
Not Muskus.
Musk's.
Was he Spanish?
Something like that.
Go ahead. I'm reading this. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So, went ahead and launched this fucking Tesla Roadster, which cost $250,000. The best part about it was he actually had a dummy in a spacesuit, which he called Starman, as you know, as homage to David Bowie.
Oh, David Bowie, yeah.
David Bowie. And then, of course, you know, on the fucking dash it says "Don't Panic" as a homage to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes.
And I thought that was fucking awesome. But you know, there's a lot of people, you know, who are saying that Elon Musk committed the perfect crime. Because what if he put like his #1 competitor into the fucking Starman suit and launched him out into space, and now they got nothing to fucking tie him to it? Or maybe he has a dead hooker in the trunk.
That's what a lot of people were thinking, is there's a dead person in the trunk. He just found a new way to get rid of him.
But yeah, but apparently, you know, this thing, the Falcon Heavy was so fucking powerful that it overshot the fucking Mars interception.
It overshot the trajectory it needed when it left the Earth's atmosphere in order to line up with Mars.
So now it's going straight to the fucking asteroid belt.
Imagine being strapped in that thing then.
Oh my god.
Because, well, here's the thing. Did you hear about what they said about selling seats? They've done it so cheaply.
Yes.
Now, that they're talking about it someday selling a ticket to ride in. It's gonna look a lot like the Odyssey. I like that. Okay, it's gonna look like the Odyssey capsule. Okay.
Yes.
And so it's gonna be 3 seats. 2 seats are gonna sell for somebody to ride, and you're gonna go do 4 laps around the moon and come back.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, of course, the 1 seat is going to be for whoever the mission specialist commander is.
Yeah,
shit happens, and they know when shit hits the fan, they know which button to switch. Okay. The thing is, they've done it so cheaply. They're talking about the seats are going to cost $1 million a seat.
Yeah. And the awesome thing about
I tell you right now, if I win the lottery, you motherfucker best believe I'm like, I got it right here. And take me.
And the best thing about this is that it only cost Falcon X $90 million to go ahead and launch this rocket.
Yeah.
While NASA is planning on spending $1 billion, which is more than 10 times as much, to go ahead and send something that's just as good, but it costs $1 billion per launch. But that's because anytime that NASA uses the fucking boosters, they have to build a whole new fucking setup for a new rocket, because they don't have, you know, the returning cores like Falcon X does. And I think that's just fucking amazing, the fact that, you know, we got this shit going. I'm excited. And then Elon Musk is also talking about the plans for what he calls the BFR, or the big fucking rocket.
I'm waiting to see what this thing looks like.
So the big fucking rocket, from what Elon Musk is saying, is that the BFR is going to be, you know, the fucking rocket that's going to go ahead and shuttle and ferry people to Mars, up to 100 people to Mars at a time, or do quick hops between Earth and the Moon.
I don't know if I want to be on a spaceship with 99 other assholes for that long.
Yeah. But also, you know, quick hops is what he's calling it, between Earth and the Moon. And then the Falcon Heavy is going to be used as the mule, which is going to carry all the fucking equipment, all that shit, and use, you know, for like resupplies and so on and so forth. I'm really excited about that. But apparently with Elon Musk doing this shit, it's starting what he's calling the new space race, because we also have Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, founder-owner of Amazon, who also has a private aerospace company called Blue Origin. And apparently he's in the mix.
Shit and die.
I don't like Bezos.
Yeah, I don't either. But apparently, you know, Jeff Bezos is going to start making rockets as well to go ahead and try to compete with Elon Musk.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty fucking awesome, because we're getting back into the space.
Holy shit.
Sorry.
Oh, found a fucking soundboard, people!
Duke Nukem soundboard.
Oh, I fucking love Duke Nukem.
The problem is it's delayed because it's going through the Bluetooth. So I think it might be better if I just turn the Bluetooth off. Go ahead.
So I think that's about all I have, because
Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, it's still on. No, it's not. My fucking phone doesn't know how to turn off Bluetooth. Son of a bitch.
Anyways.
Now it just doesn't work.
Alright.
There it goes.
Honestly, if I'm gonna hear "Hail to the King, Baby," I want to hear it from Bruce Campbell.
No.
Like he did in fucking Army of Darkness, because well, I fucking love Bruce Campbell.
Guns, and I cannot lie.
The other motherfuckers didn't.
Alright,
Okay,
so let's move on.
Alright, so apparently a judge in Texas was arrested for taking bribes.
Yes, I heard about this, but go ahead with the story. You're the one who found it.
Yes, well, actually,
You found
technically,
almost all of these stories.
Yeah, well, I got bored. So, apparently what happened was there was a judge here in Texas where he's been under investigation since 2016 for taking bribes. And Texas Rangers have been called in, U.S. Marshals have been called in, so on and so forth. And usually when the Texas Rangers get called into this shit, you know something big is about to fucking happen.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, well, no, not Chuck Norris. Anyways, but, you know, but now he's actually looking at jail time of up to, I think, like 50-something years.
Well, no shit. He's a judge that took a bribe.
Yeah, well, not just one bribe. He took multiple bribes, ranging anywhere. I think it was like up to like $600,000.
Yeah.
In total over the years that he's been a judge. So, dude, you done fucked up.
There we go. The label was pissing me off. Like, seriously. I kept seeing it in the corner of my eye. Yeah, you done fucked up, pal. You're no longer going to be a judge ever again.
Yeah. Alright, so moving on to something that you actually have something to talk about.
Oh, yeah, this whole military
my
fucking
God.
parade bullshit.
So Trump wants to go ahead and through this idea about doing a military parade.
He came up with this idea. He wants to turn around and he wants to show off the military on July 4th in downtown Washington, D.C., including tanks and everything. And it's mainly because, you know, he wants to prove that he has a bigger button than Kim Jong-un. Yeah, it's a dumb fucking idea, Mr. President. Let me tell you something. You know, like I've said before, I have my issues with President Trump.
Yes.
I think he's a better president than what we could have had.
Yes. Most definitely.
But I have my issues. I will tell you that if we do go through with this fucking military parade gimmick, I've lost any respect I had left for the man. Period. The United States is not about showing off its shit in parades like communists and acting like we've got bigger guns than everybody.
No.
What we do is we go out to the battlefield and show them we have bigger guns than everybody else. I won't walk in the parade that is ran by a man that I didn't even serve. Actually, you kind of did serve for the guys who were running the parade. The president has requested it. However, if any of you have served in the military in the last 33 years, you have served or worked in conjunction with one of the 5 men that will be running the parade, because it's being done by the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Which, all of them motherfuckers been in the service for a while.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you worked with them. Just saying. I wouldn't take part in it.
Nah,
I wouldn't. The millions of dollars, and one of the best suggestions I've seen is, instead of spending millions and millions of dollars on this parade, First of all, it's not only is it going to cost millions and millions of dollars to do the parade, it's going to cost the city of Washington, D.C. millions of dollars afterwards. Because why do we not take tanks down regular asphalt roads?
Because it tears up the fucking roads.
There's a reason we don't do it.
That's why they're called tracked vehicles.
Okay.
Because their whole point is when they go, they dig their tracks into what they are going through and continue rolling.
Mike, as far as I'm concerned, if somebody is dumb enough to pull that, where they're going to run out in the street and run and lay down in front of the tank, you know what? I hope the guy behind the controls of the tank takes both sticks and goes forward.
I'm dumb enough to do it. That's only because I got a death wish, but...
Okay. It also damages tracks of the tank. Yes, it does. It tears.
Yeah.
It will break. It will break. It will cause. You will cause a what is it? Usually it'll yank a road wheel or something like that and cause a whole freaking tank track to come off.
It's a fucking pain in the ass to fucking replace fucking road wheels and fucking track wheels and fucking tracks itself.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Although I will say I was over at the National Guard unit the other day making a delivery, and they have this cool fucking device where they can sit there and undo a tank tread, lay that bitch out flat, pull a road wheel, put a new road wheel on, and put the fucking track back on. And the guy claims, because he watched them do it, they had tankers come in and he watched them do it. It took them 37 minutes to replace a road wheel.
That's fucking bullshit. That is fucking bullshit. I can't tell you how many times I fucking busted my knuckles on that shit.
It doesn't require you doing all that shit now. It is an actual deal that it sits there and it grabs one section of the track. All you have to do is manually pull up the track, right? Once you get it close, you put the two arms in to it and it cranks those bastards together. So once they go into that interlink, then all you got, then it actually pushes the deal through, and all you have to do is go behind it and secure it. It took them 37 minutes to do a replacement on a road wheel because of this thing.
I'm gonna fucking kill
Oh, I helped in my unit in the motor pool doing this shit, and I remember, like 8 of us wrenching on this damn thing trying to get it back together.
And get a fucking fulcrum fucking lever that's like fucking 8 feet long, so you can go fucking crack that bitch, and you still end up fucking busting your fucking knuckles.
Oh, we had a motor pool chief that actually took the bar and took the deuce and a half that we had that we didn't use for anything else and pushed up against it so it would crank them together. He's like, fuck y'all working hard.
That's fucking genius.
Okay.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, it's a dumbass idea to have a military parade like that on July 4th. It is the stupidest idea. So what they want to do to take the money towards is put the money towards veterans who need health care. Because we all know the VA system fucking works wonderful, don't we? That was a sarcastic fucking comment on purpose. Okay?
Just so y'all know, in case you don't know about this shit.
If you don't know, now you're gonna know.
I'm getting fucked over by the fucking VA.
Yes, he is.
Yes, to the point where I have pretty much put a fucking stop on my fucking treatment.
Well, it would help if they get the shit at the Temple VA to where you could get your treatment. That would be a start.
Yes, but apparently they're like, oh, well, we got all these motherfuckers that we got to take care of, and, because the whole government shut down, it was really hard for us to do anything, yada, 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 everything got fucking backlogged.
They used the government shutdown. They were actually closed longer for the JFK, the Martin Luther King holiday than they were the actual shutdown. Yeah. And they're using that as an excuse to say now they're backlogged for over a year.
So, they're like, yeah, we won't be able to do this, yada, yada, yada. And then apparently when I went for fucking mental health, fucking take care of my fucking shit that's
your
going on.
Your squash up there that's all scrambled.
Yeah, exactly, because of all the fucking shit that I've fucking been through.
All the stuff you've driven yourself through, too. So don't,
yeah, that too.
You're not all... Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not all there. So apparently, when I went back in January, like almost a fucking, month ago, they forgot to go ahead and put me in for another appointment. So now they're like, yeah, we can't see you for like another month. So that. And then, you know, they're all
You're
like...
not the first person I've heard this from when it comes to the Temple VA.
And they're like, yeah, but, you know, if you want to go and continue treatment, we can continue doing chemo, but you'll have to do it, like, every week or every other week, you know, for the next 6 months and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm done. I'm going to fucking take my fucking chances. If I fucking die, I fucking die. Fuck
Eat
you.
broccoli.
I do eat broccoli!
George Carlin says that broccoli kills cancer. So if you get cancer,
well,
you
apparently
eat a big
so
bowl of broccoli.
Drink water and take Motrin.
Fuck off.
That causes holes in your stomach.
Yes, it does. It also fucking fucks up your liver.
It eats the lining in your stomach.
Dude, I used to get fucking 1,200 milligram fucking Motrin.
For free.
We were all in the military. Everyone in this house, with the exception of one person, was in the military.
I mean, honestly, Bacon, there's a fucking political cartoon. It's fucking ingrained in my fucking memory. It's a two-panel...
It said if you could spend the money to send soldiers to war, you can spend the money to take care of them when they get back.
So this two-panel fucking political cartoon is... The first panel shows, you know, soldiers in the fucking foxhole.
That's exactly right. 7 months later, we still don't have an appointment for you until next month.
Yeah, exactly. So the first panel of this shows soldiers in the fucking foxhole, you know, they're receiving fire and returning fire. Alright, cool. Caption says, soldiers put their lives on the line for their country. Second panel shows a VA hospital with a line winding outside. Caption says, while their country puts soldiers in lines for their lives.
Yep. It is so simple to take care of this issue. First of all, okay?
The Batman?
First of all, here was my suggestion to fix this problem. Okay? It's my solution to fix this problem. We get rid of VA.
Okay.
VA's gone. Serving veterans get free health care. You walk into a fucking hospital and get seen. You walk into a doctor's office and you can get taken care of.
Yeah, but...
Nope. All you got to do is take a copy of your DD-214 if you don't have an ID anymore. Like mine expired back in 2007. And I get nothing out of the deal for renewing it, so I never did. Okay? And we get rid of the VA system and we just give veterans free health care. You talking about giving free health care to all these fucking people that weren't part of this, weren't born in this country, but we can't take care of our own fucking veterans.
Which actually segues into that.
Well, I know, but the thing is, we have veterans that are fucking dying. We have veterans that are dying before they can get seen. But yet, we can't let somebody from another country go one day without any kind of health coverage. Because the whole fucking world would fall apart and we have to shut down the government because of it. You know what? Fuck that. Fuck the VA. The VA doesn't work. All it is a government bureaucracy out trying to make money for itself. Look at the fucking post office. It's a government bureaucracy that really doesn't work. It costs us money. Billions and billions of dollars every single year. I was all for them letting FedEx buy the post office and let them run it as a private entity. Every time the U.S. government runs something, it fucking fails. Every time. The only thing that they've figured out how to run, and the fact is that our elected officials aren't really running it, is the goddamn military. Okay? That's the only thing. Everything else they've gotten involved in has completely failed. Look at Social Security. Where's Social Security going to be in another 20 years? Completely and totally bankrupt and people aren't getting any fucking money. Okay? So you ain't going to have Social Security in another 20 years. NASA's gone.
Well,
I mean, they exist.
I'd rather have fucking SpaceX.
Okay? They exist, but not, I mean, seriously. Okay? Look at government-sponsored education. Our public school system.
Sucks.
Okay? All of this shit. So let's get rid of the VA and just give veterans free health care. You serve in our military, you can walk into a doctor's office, you can walk into a hospital, you can go where you need to go and get your shit taken care of. Then you don't have to worry about it. Because right now, like in our situation, with looking at moving to Florida, if you were currently getting seen by the Temple VA and then you go with us to Florida and got to get seen there, you got to transfer everything over. And you got to wait to get the fucking approach. And you got, but as a civilian, if you have regular civilian health care, well, until the Obama fuck up, okay, You could go from any hospital you wanted to in the United States of America.
And they'll just pull your record and be like, okay.
And they'd be like, oh, look. Oh, Mr. Johnson, I see that you have one less testicle. Okay, well, then I guess then we need to work on this. Okay, but you're a vet, and you carry your fucking medical records around, and it's still no good. So the whole system's fucked up. I say we get rid of the VA, and we give veterans free health care. Unlimited pre-existing conditions allowed.
Ain't gonna happen in my lifetime.
Ain't gonna happen in mine either. But I'm sick and tired of watching my fellow veterans go through. I have a lot of health problems myself. And you know what? There's times I just fuck it. I'll walk in the ER, deal with the bill later.
I mean, hell, you've been hearing my fucking knees pop like fucking crazy these past few days.
But it's because I'm not going to go through VA because I have congestive heart failure. Okay? Well, yes and no. I have two different doctors that are arguing over whether I do or I don't. Okay? I have gout. I have, God knows, all kinds of shit. Okay? I'm not going through the VA because I'll be dead before anything gets done.
Just about.
Okay? So, that's what we need to do. We need to do that, and, you know, and then we can resolve this problem. You want to give all this fucking healthcare away, and you want to say we want a government-run health system where healthcare is free, but we can't take care of the people who allowed us to be here for free.
That's because we're expendable.
You know?
Well, at least I know I am.
I was too. You know, but still.
Yeah, but you're still needed.
Quit it.
You know, so are you. Shut up. You're my service animal. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, dude. You son of a bitch.
So anyway, moving on to other people involved in the government somehow or some way. Vanessa Trump.
So Vanessa Trump, who is Donald Trump's daughter-in-law.
Yes.
And she's married to Trump Jr.
Yes.
Was taken to the hospital recently after receiving a white powdery substance in the mail.
Anthrax.
Here we go with that shit again. Remember that good old days from the Bill Clinton administration when all of a sudden everybody started getting fucking white powdery letters in the mail?
Yep.
Yeah, so evidently, of course, they took her as a procedure, you know.
Yeah, her and everybody else that was in the household at the time.
Yep. And
apparently the letter was addressed to Trump Jr.
Yes, of course. She opened it. It had white powder in it. No, she didn't pull LeBron James where she went, yeah. But anyhow, everything's turned out fine. Turned out to be what, a talcum powder substance?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was baby powder again.
It was meant as, you know, like
a cruel joke.
Terrorism.
It was a cruel joke.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, but you know that's something that's going on, and people are going to fucking extremes, you know, just to go ahead and get the point across. Like, hey, you know,
I thought Disposable Heroes was Megadeth.
I think it was.
I think it was too. I don't know. Somebody Google it.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, so there's that.
Yeah. So yeah, she's perfectly fine. Another one of those stupid ass practical jokes again. Because evidently we don't live in a world where people come up with their own fucking ideas.
Nope.
So okay, so it was Metallica. Okay, fine, it was. All right. Well, that must.
They're talking about one.
No, it wasn't on one. The one. No, it wasn't one. One was a great song. That was. They covered the movie Johnny Get Your Gun in that video. Saw that movie.
Nice.
But yeah, so like I said, the world of original ideas, I guess, has come to a halt because people can't think for themselves. So let's start sending out powdery envelopes again. Yeah. With talcum powder, because of course, talcum powder is not going to set the little alarms off that the post office has for detecting biological substances.
Correct.
So moving on. Yeah.
Alright, so apparently a school teacher in a Miami Catholic school, so here comes Florida. We're just talking about that too.
Yeah, lawsuits coming for this one.
Got fired the day after she got married. And the reason being was because she got married
to her life partner.
It was a same-sex marriage. So
right. Try not to.
So
I know what'll solve the problem.
Maybe they want her to do the LeBron. Anyways, so, you know, with this whole thing, apparently she had gone to the Keys in Florida to go ahead and marry her life partner.
They made it I believe in Florida, they made it a county by county issue.
No.
It wasn't a state law.
No. So the thing is, you know, the marriage was totally legal. The marriage was legal. It's just that the Catholic school removed her because apparently her actions were not according to the teachings of the Bible.
Unfortunately, when you work within a religious establishment, though, you have to adhere to their rules.
Exactly. But apparently, there's a bunch of students and a bunch of teachers who are so fucking pissed off that they've been writing letters and complaining to the actual school board of this Catholic school, saying, you know, what they did was fucking wrong, and yada yada yada, and they're trying to get her get back.
Here's the problem with that. Okay. Bacon, first of all, brought it up.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Florida's a right to work state. They can fire you for any fucking reason they want.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, second problem. It's a private institution.
That it is.
You're going to have to... She's going to have to sue the shit out of him, which she's going to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And she's going to win. She's going to win. And the Archdiocese is going to have to make a settlement agreement with her.
Yes.
Because this goes to court. They are not going to find in the Catholic Church.
Nope.
Unless you find the most ultra right-wing conservative fucking judge to oversee that case, and then all you got to do is appeal it. Because guaranteed, if the first one is, the second one won't be.
Yeah.
You're gonna win. Shut up, Bacon. You know, so yeah, you got a lawsuit that's coming.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Big time. It's gonna be in the millions.
I honestly can't wait to fucking watch this fucking thing unfold.
Oh, I can't either.
Great.
You know, I really can't either.
Granted, it won't be as big as the dumpster fire as the CK is, but
it's gonna be fucking.
It'll be
massive.
pretty fucking close.
All right, so moving on, the British, right?
Yes.
Shut down their airport.
In London City Airport.
Oh, London City Airport, because guess what? Some of the shit the Nazis left behind after the Blitzkrieg, they found one of their bombs that didn't explode.
On the Thames.
So
Thames.
It's pronounced Thames.
It's pronounced the Thames. It's pronounced Thames.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thames.
Friend of mine, ex-friend of mine, his mom's from there.
Ex-friend.
My first ex-wife's ex-husband, not me. So anyway, her second husband. Okay. She corrected me once when I said the Thames, and she said it's pronounced the Thames. Horrible accent. But anyway, they found unexploded ordnance while they were doing construction alongside the river.
Because they're looking at expanding and adding another runway.
But then they found Das Bomb.
Das Bomb.
And Das Bomb did not blow up.
No, it did not.
So
thank God.
Yes, it did not blow up when they were very careful about removing this thing too. Because God knows, explosives that old.
Oh God.
Man, you blow on it the wrong way, it explodes.
Right.
How they last this long without blowing up is amazing. But you crack that case open and blow it on it the wrong way, and it's going kablooey. Someone from Wales was probably all like, well, I'm going to hit it with a hammer. Watch this.
Das Grossenbaum.
Yes, there you go.
Update on the shooting. Sheriff's Department is reporting 14 victims so far.
14 victims. No, 14 dead?
14 victims.
Okay,
Does not say dead, alive, injured, whatever.
Because the beginning reports was over 20.
That was the media blowing it up.
Okay. Well, go figure, the media overblowing a situation.
Well, technically, wouldn't we be considered the media?
We are the media.
We are the media.
But I made sure I stated over and over again this shit was unconfirmed. It was currently happening.
Yeah.
This is a
1 dead, 14 wounded.
Department.
Bacon says he's seen 1 dead, 14 wounded was the last I saw. I hope the girl they loaded in that ambulance with the abdomen shot.
Yeah, that was bad.
But she looked like she was in okay spirits, figuring she had a hole in her stomach.
Well, she looked like she was in a lot of pain.
Well, yeah, but she was, you know, talking back and forth with the medic, so that's a good sign.
Talk about fucking abdominal cramps.
Ooh. Yeah. I bet you'll never bitch about that time of the month again.
Right. So.
Yes.
Moving on.
Yes.
So this one is this story is what I kind of consider my forte, because I have to deal with this, especially working in the restaurant industry.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought you were saying that you deal with neurovirus.
No. Well,
You put them out there.
No. So apparently, during the Winter Olympics in South Korea.
Yeah, South Korea.
1,200 people, including security and food handlers, were isolated after a norovirus outbreak.
We're talking about South Korea.
We are talking about South Korea, and I've been deployed there.
They still have forms of anthrax in the grass.
Yes, they do.
In some spots.
So with that, the thing is, with norovirus, a lot of people would associate it with the stomach flu and so on and so forth. Except for this thing is so massively contagious.
Yeah.
It can just fucking through fucking contact.
And before too long, somebody's out there ice skating, and
all of a sudden here comes the fucking vomit and the fucking shit straight.
I was getting ready to say they're leaving chemtrails on the. Fucking perfect. That's like the second time today it's done that. Like we were watching Robot Chicken, and it was a Jason Voorhees skit. And then it started the Jason Voorhees bit. So there you go. But
that's
yeah,
fucking great.
So the last thing you need is a neurovirus kicking your ass while you're trying to do a pirouette, and then next thing you know, you're hosing the crowd.
Yeah.
From either end, you look like a double-headed sprinkler at that point.
It's bad. And usually, like in the restaurant industry, if somebody starts showing symptoms of the norovirus, usually we immediately had to go to the hospital and go ahead and get checked out and everything like that. And then we can't go back into work until 3 days after all the symptoms have gone away.
Yeah.
Because it's that contagious, especially with us constantly, working with food and everything like that. It can be fucking spread fucking like crazy.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's a big thing that's going on at the Winter Olympics, which I believe is already done, right?
What, the Olympics?
Yeah.
No, the Olympics aren't over yet.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well,
it just started on Friday.
Yeah, it just started this week. There's like 2 or 3 weeks of this shit.
Oh yeah.
No pun intended. Unless you got the neurovirus, then you got 2 or 3 weeks of this shit.
Honey, it lasts 3 weeks.
It's 3 weeks long.
3 weeks long.
Okay, and we've already won a gold medal.
Yes. So
and
apparently,
she said, fuck.
So apparently, the very first gold medal winner of the U.S. was a teenager. Apparently, she woke up late, forgot her coat, said fuck on fucking national television, and still won a gold medal.
International television.
That crap out of here.
So many luge, moose, knuckle, and sausage smuggling going on.
Hey, where are we at on the North Korean defecting gambling board? Has any of them defected yet?
I'll check.
Find out. Somebody find out. We got any defectors yet?
I don't know.
Just wondering.
Google foo. So, moving on.
There's been no reports of defection since the 4th of December.
Back to work, you slacker.
Oh, wait. Never mind.
Oh, well, I mean, we almost had a
Get your panties all in a bunch.
We almost had a report of a defector. Almost.
Really?
Somebody's tried.
Oh.
Maybe somebody's tried.
Maybe.
Maybe it was just the fact that they had the neurovirus and they were just in the shitter.
And they got caught in the mix.
They were in the shitter too long and they thought he defected. He wasn't defected.
He was defecating.
He was disinfecting the bathroom afterwards, but he wasn't defecting.
Jeez.
He defecated, not defected.
All right.
Big difference.
So moving on.
Let's go ahead and move on. So this poor fucking couple. Oh my God.
So apparently this couple from Colorado.
They're in my running for dumbass couple of the year for 2018. They're definitely a nominee.
So apparently this couple from Colorado decided to go ahead. They got wild hair up their ass and they're like, let's go ahead and sell everything, buy a sailboat, and sail to the Bahamas for the rest of our life.
Mm-hmm.
Just sail. All right, cool. So they sold their vehicle, they sold their house, they sold everything. Bought a 49-year-old sailboat.
Yeah.
49-year-old fucking sailboat.
Got it on Craigslist.
Moved down to Florida, kept it at the dock down there. Spent the first 2 months stocking it up, with supplies and everything like that. Cool. So they go ahead and start their sailing trip.
Sailing takes me away.
Sail! Anyways.
Sail!
So 2 days into their fucking trip, they hit a fucking sandbar and capsized the fucking boat. Lost everything.
Boat's gone.
Boat's gone, except for, some important paperwork and their dog and some of their dog's chew toys.
I'm gonna let the fucking dog go. Save the fucking boat. Yeah, they called their boat the Titanic.
Yeah. So, that fucking happened. Don't know why anybody would fucking do that shit. I mean, unless you have, like, years and years and years of fucking experience, then yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, fucking even local fishermen and, local, boat owners and everything like that, they're like, you never go through this way because, the sandbars constantly shift. So you don't know where it's going to be, and they ended up hitting it the wrong way, and fucking... That was that.
For an inspiration for birth control.
You're the poster child for why women should swallow.
There you go. Oh, but the best part of you...
Oh, wait, no, I'm that poster child.
Oh, God damn, you can't help it.
No, I can't.
Oh, Jesus.
Pissing me off.
406.
So anyway, let's move on from that now. So those dumbasses, like I said, they're definitely my running for dumbasses of the year.
Yes.
All right, so...
So apparently on Monday, or was it Sunday? It was something like that. Apparently there was a standoff in Detroit. Wow.
Bacon said people watch Moana and suddenly they think they're nautical pathfinders.
You're supposed to be measuring the stars, not trying to give it a high five.
Right? Look, that whole scene, and I'm sorry, but the scene in Pirates where they flip the boat over to go from the dead to living again.
For Davy Jones's locker.
That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
That's not how any of this works. Sorry.
Nope. So apparently, standoff in Detroit, 3 officers were wounded and 3 women and the gunman were killed.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently the way this happened was this went into a domestic dispute between a man and his significant other.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, he was waving a gun and everything like that. And 2 other women ended up coming into the house, which ended up being relatives of the female.
Yes.
And apparently he got pissed off and shot both of them. Then got into a bigger fight. Cops got called. He shot the other woman, got into a fucking gunfight with the officers outside the house, and then shot himself.
Yes.
I mean, why? Fucking why?
I gave up on the whole... I gave up on the whole trying to figure out people's stupidity. It's not worth it.
It's not.
It really isn't, because there's fucking morons everywhere, and, the bad part is they breed, which gives you even more morons everywhere. So, I mean, like I said, I gave up on it. I really have. Sorry, I'm trying to find something for later.
Jesus. I mean, it's heinous. I mean, just... And of course, it's fucking Detroit, Michigan. So let's not move to Detroit, because apparently the water's already bad over there. And they already got that shit too.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah. So, moving on.
Alright, so a tri-level treehouse architect in Dana Point, California is now facing vandalism charges.
Wait till you hear the reason why.
Evidently, this guy built this gorgeous treehouse. I mean, it had everything.
It had indoor and outdoor carpeting. It had views of the ocean.
It had a hot tub.
And it had an aquarium.
It had an aquarium in it. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, they didn't know it was there.
The city did not know it was there.
And this is in a tree that's on city property. And then when they pruned the tree, oop, poof, hey, look, it's a fucking treehouse.
So, a squatter built this tri-level treehouse, and apparently it was amazing. And they're like, yeah, no.
So this guy's going to lose his treehouse and get the shit fined out of him for building a treehouse on a city property tree.
But that's if they find him, because they don't know who it is.
Yeah, they have no idea who built the tree. It's not exactly like it had, hey, look, McDaniel's across the doorway.
Yeah, of course.
It didn't say that, so it's not like the guy identified himself.
This is very true.
So there you go. So best of luck to you. He's probably in Oregon fucking a spotted owl and saving the fucking the carp.
Something.
So there you go. Alright, so Charlie Daniels
is in the news.
He's in the news. He decided to basically, in a sense, verbally give Chuck Schumer the verbal middle finger.
And in case you don't know who Charlie Daniels is, because y'all are fucking living on a fucking rock.
Okay, I would expect more of our people to not know who the fuck Chuck Schumer is.
Yeah. So, Charlie Daniels...
Charlie Daniels, devil went down to Georgia. That's it. I don't need to say anymore.
He was looking for a soul to steal.
We didn't need you to sing the song. We get that.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh, no. Move on.
I was gonna say
story.
I was gonna say that we didn't need to be hit with fucking royalties.
No, that's true.
That's
as long as you don't go past 16 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. So apparently Charlie Daniels took to Twitter and told Chuck Schumer, he goes, well, pretty much what he said was, listen here, you fuckhead. He didn't really say that. But he says, why don't you talk about veterans and the health care that they need with the same passion that you talk about illegals?
Okay, Chuck Schumer is the one that's been on the news. He is the Senate Minority Leader. Chuck Schumer is the one that's been sitting there talking all the garbage about Donald Trump from the Democrats' position in the Senate. He is the one that sat there and said the president is responsible for the Senate, or for the government shutting down.
Even though it was the fucking Democrats. Fucking idiots.
He is the one who sits there and constantly complains about everything and anything. He is the one that has sat there and said, if you want a budget, he's the one who forced the deal, or forced the situation where about DACA. And I mean, it's just crazy. Schumer tries to act. He acts like he's the pathetic little guy, kind of like what Harry Reid was like when he was the Senate Minority Leader.
Yeah.
And nobody's buying it. But you know, Schumer is he's an asshat.
He is.
He's an asshat. He don't give a goddamn about DACA. He don't give a goddamn about the Dreamers. He don't give a shit about anything. That's all he cares about is getting voted. He don't give a damn. He's been on record before saying that we need to overhaul immigration and make it harder.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah, so that's who Schumer is. So now we move on to.
So apparently in Japan, shit's getting fucking stupid at this fucking school.
All right, yeah, stay productive at work, please.
Yeah. So apparently, this elementary school in Tokyo's Ginza district.
By the way, just in case, Alexa, who is Chuck Schumer?
I so wanted to do that earlier.
So, Ginza in Tokyo is the shopping district of Tokyo where all the ritzy motherfuckers live. So apparently, this elementary school decided that they're going to introduce...
Oh, he's not at home.
An Armani uniform. Where, you know, the pants or the skirt, the shirt, the jacket, and the hat's going to cost about $750 US per uniform.
Per uniform.
Now, it is optional.
Armani?
Armani.
And it's only $750 a uniform.
Well, it's for kids.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's an Armani makes like a line of purses, and those fuckers are like 15 grand a shot.
Yeah. But
don't ask me why I know that.
He's probably looking for one for himself.
I was. They're gorgeous.
Yeah. It's not a purse, it's a satchel.
Stefan was looking for one, okay? Stefan. It had to match his butt plug.
So, oh God. No. Huh? So apparently this is an optional thing, but what the principal of the school is saying, hey, you know, since we are in Ginza project, you know, in Ginza district, we need to be fashionable.
Is that the same district that make the knives?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
They're the shopping district.
Shopping. It's all
so
shopping.
That's where you get Ginzu knives.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to...
So, pretty much, what the principal said was like, hey, you know, there's an Armani store that's directly right next door to the school.
Yes, I did kill Mel.
So, you can go ahead and get your uniforms here. And that's got the parents all in an outrage. So the principal's like, look, fuck you guys, I'm sticking my fucking guns with this shit, so fuck you.
So, if you can't afford Armani for your kid, guess what? Your ass ain't going to school.
No, it's optional. It's optional.
Oh, so we've now set in stone. Here's the rich kids. Here's the poor ones.
Yeah. And it already costs an arm and a leg to go to that school anyways.
Like, literally, if you see the videos, there's kids there without an arm or without a leg. There was one kid in crutches. He was missing a leg.
Well, it's only because, you know, their parents, you know, kind of survived Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So they got all that fucking radiation.
When you drop a nuclear bomb on your country, weird shit happens, okay?
No, it's actual Armani, Ben. Actual Armani.
No, real Armani. I don't know.
Armani.
They must be getting a hell of a discount because $750 for an entire uniform, regardless.
Well, it is for a fucking school.
It doesn't matter. Well, I guess because I mean,
especially if they buy it in bulk.
It doesn't sound like they're going to be buying it in bulk. It sounds like they're going to have like 12 kids wearing this, and that's the cool kids club because they're the ones with the money.
Yeah, I think they need at least 3 uniforms to make it through the week.
Yes.
Yeah. They go to school 7 days a week.
Okay, so you're talking about 12 kids. Oh, that's your alarm. At some point, you need to go to work.
Yes, at some point.
Stop being
a...
Okay, so let's move on with the next one.
Yes, so moving on to the next one. Alright, so apparently a man in Maine scares a bear away by punching and kicking it.
He assaulted the bear.
He assaulted the bear, but here's the fucking story. This dude was taking his puppy for a walk. Puppy's about 10 or 11 months old. Dog had to fucking stop to take a piss. So the guy stops, letting the dog fucking do his business, and here you fucking see this big ass fucking bear fucking barreling down and starts attacking the fucking dog.
Well, because the dog's peeing in his yard.
Hey, get out of my lawn!
Get that damn dog out of my yard!
So,
yes, it is COC violation.
Shit, fucking ban me for a COC violation. I dare you.
No, shut up.
Anyways, so moving on. The bear starts attacking the dog. Dude gets fucking pissed off, starts punching and kicking the shit out of this fucking bear.
I mean, he was going rounds with his bear.
Bear got fucking scared, bowled the dude over as he was running away. So the dude got away with, you know, a couple scratches, a couple of bruises.
It's kind of like the Mike Tyson T-shirt. It's all fun and games till you get, you're all talking till you get a fist in the mouth.
Yeah, just about. So yeah, so dog suffered some puncture wounds from getting bit by the bear, but apparently they're both okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Good. I'm glad they're okay. I mean, sometimes you just got to put your dukes up.
Or get into a fetal position. And that works too.
Yeah, you know. You say bear. Are we talking breed or someone that got lost from the gay club?
We're talking about
the species.
The species. Fucking Ursa.
I don't know because there is my one friend that is bear. And
hairy and strapped in leather doesn't count.
Oh. Well, shit. My bad. Okay, so anyway.
Anyways, moving on.
So this next story is a rather interesting one, and it allows for conversation. Yes. Because what the judge said. Okay, a woman who kidnapped a baby from a hospital 18 years ago, and the backstory on this is she dressed up as a nurse. Mm-hmm. She went into the hospital, into the baby's room, or into mama's room with the baby, said, hey, your baby's running a temperature. We want to take the baby to run some tests, make sure everything's okay. And walk right the fuck out of the hospital with the baby. Okay. The baby grew up. Okay.
Did you just time a fart with the speaker?
No.
He got a message.
I got a message. Anyway, the baby grew up and found out that her parents weren't her real parents.
Well, no. What happened was...
Yeah, you know a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so when the baby, when she was 16 years old, asked the kidnapper at the time, who she believed was her mother, hey, you know, I need my social security number and yada, 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 so I can go ahead and get an ID so I can go ahead and start working.
Yes.
That is when the woman told her, actually, I don't have any of that shit because I kidnapped you when you were a baby.
Yes, from the hospital.
So at that point, the girl goes, okay, so went on a search for her birth mother and everything like that. Found the birth mother's number. Called and then hung up. And said, you know what, I really don't want to know who this person is because, you know, you're my mom. You raised me. You took care of me. Turns out the mother at the time of this baby was 16. So...
okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's just move on until we get to what the judge says.
Yeah. So, a little while later, girl gets a text message on her phone from the birth mother. Says, happy birthday. Girl says, well, how do you know it's my birthday? Or what makes you think it's my birthday? Didn't, you know, receive no contact, nothing like that whatsoever from the birth mother ever again. So, it comes to the point where the stepdaughter of the kidnapper reported her to missing children and fucking
Child Protective Services.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like, hey, you know, here's a tip, blah, 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 because I think that Mrs. So-and-so is fishy. Something up.
And we're not talking about didn't clean herself.
Yeah, no. So, went ahead, did an investigation, and they arrested her. So last week, or no, it was on Monday.
Yeah, on Monday.
On Monday. Goes to court. Judge goes, okay, so...
How do you plead?
How do you plead? And she goes, I'm guilty, Your Honor.
And the judge is like, huh?
Judge is like, are you saying you're guilty because you are guilty? Woman goes, yes, ma'am. Judge goes, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and move on to, you know, the next court date, yada, 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 get the jury set up, blah, 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 blah. But I don't know whether to give you 0 or 22 years.
Yeah, and because the argument now is, yes, she kidnapped the child. Okay.
But she took financial responsibility and care of this child until the child became an adult.
So now the question goes in line from my legal knowledge and degree. There is a statute of limitations.
Yes.
For kidnapping. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because the only thing that doesn't have a statute of limitations legitimately is murder.
Yes.
Okay. So the question is, if you still now the discussion actually is going to take place. Is it still within the statute of limitations because she still had custody of the child she kidnapped? So then the statute of limitations time limit does not begin until she no longer has custody of this child.
Correct.
That's going to be the argument on whether or not the statute of limitations is expired. Okay, because if they go from the date of the kidnapping, the statute of limitations has retired.
Yes.
Okay. If they say that because she has had custody of this kidnapped child the entire time, it does not expire until she loses custody, then they could put her in jail for 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, so there's where the rub is. See, when we were originally discussing this, one of the things that we were talking about is, well, she did have custody, she did raise the child is a good child. She took very good care of the child.
Yes.
The child is very well rounded. The CPS said that there was nothing wrong with her, not neglected, nothing. And we originally were thinking the argument's going to be, well, she did raise the child and she took care of the child, so she ended up being a good parent for the child.
Yes, absolutely.
So they would give her 0 because she still did a good job. Well, I researched it, did a little more research since we talked about it. And the argument's going to be the statute of limitations.
Yeah.
Does it count from the time that she stole the child, or she kidnapped the child, or does it count the moment she loses custody even though the child's 16?
Yeah.
The other question would be, would they let the child decide who the child wants to be with? If the child decides it wants to be with a kidnapper, the only thing the state could do is argue Stockholm Syndrome. That she's been with her captor for so long that she doesn't know any better.
This is very true.
So she'd have to go through a lot of psychological evaluations to verify she doesn't have Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
But it still comes down to statute of limitations. So for where this happened at, you know, the state sets its own statute of limitations on this issue. It depends on what state's statute of limitations is. And if state statute of limitations, if they decide that it's from the moment she kidnapped the child, they can't pursue it.
No.
They can't pursue it any longer. But if they do say, since she's had possession of this child the entire time, the statute of limitations clock does not begin ticking until she loses the custody of the child.
Correct.
That's going to be what's going to be argued in court. That's the decision that has to be made. It's no other decision, because they can't argue whether or not she was a good mother or not. She wasn't the mother.
Yeah.
She kidnapped the child.
She did.
Okay, regardless of the outcome, and it sucks. Regardless of the outcome, she kidnapped a child. So where do we go from here? Yeah. And that's what the judge is going to have to decide. You know, and the judge is going to have to probably seek legal counsel and discuss this with other judges to try and figure out the definition of how the statute of limitations works in this situation.
Yes.
If the judge feels that the child was in good hands, and the judge does not want to take the child away, and does not want to have this woman in prison,
yes,
then the judge will probably immediately say the statute of limitations expired. We can't rule on this. Yeah. It's over. Which then the only option the state has if they want to continue pursuing is take it to the Supreme Court.
Yes.
Fighting Stockholm Syndrome, that's a hard decision to make on a statute of limitations.
Yes.
It is. It is. It is. When you're dealing with Stockholm syndrome, anytime you're dealing with a mental illness created from an event, okay, you're messing with a whole bunch of different things that it's really not up to courts to decide at that point. It's up to a physician to make that decision, and the court has to go with whatever physician they choose to be the one to make that ruling.
Yes.
But however, like I said, it's a whole statute of limitation things is involved. But Stockholm syndrome is, you know, if they want to throw that in there, then she's going to have to go through a lot of psychiatric evaluation to determine on 16 years of being held, or, you know, raised by her kidnapper.
Yes.
She doesn't know anything else.
Correct.
So, you know, Stockholm syndrome is primarily when you become so, you know, with your captor that you grow feelings for them.
Yes.
Well, she didn't know that this person was a captor. So would Stockholm syndrome even count? Because she was not she was not aware that this person was her captor.
No. You
know, so then is Stockholm syndrome a thing? You know, that's where we're at on this. You know, these are the things they got to discuss. Now, if a child wanted to seek a chance to see her birth mother, that's possible outside of the court, but something can't be pushed. Yeah. Well, and the thing was,
the child tried,
but
nothing came of it.
When she talked to her mom, when she talked to what she knew as her mother told her everything, and gave her the opportunity to contact her mom. Didn't stop her.
Mother had nothing to do with it,
and mother really didn't want anything to do with her. So
that just pushes another thing.
This is a big. This is all going to lay down to what does the state want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it's going to lay. It's 4:30. You got to be working what, 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's only like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I think that we're at the point, and that leaves people with something to think about.
Yeah.
During this week about this situation, my definition possibly, but by age, there really isn't something in that field, a very gray area. It is very, very gray area on this situation.
So, you know, within the next few weeks, you know, we're going to get more information about this.
Yeah, we'll keep close to it and see what the state decides, because it's in the hands of the state. The state's going to have to make a decision on where they want to go with it. And if the judge decides to be compassionate, then the only option the state has is then take it to the state Supreme Court to overrule that judge at that point. I'm trying to find, there it is.
So, you want to talk about Super Bowl real quick?
Hey, look, I don't really need to talk about much. We're all aware Philadelphia, the best team did win, and that was the Philadelphia Eagles. They're now Super Bowl champions. It took 40 years for my team to win a Super Bowl. I really hope it doesn't take 40 more years to win another Super Bowl. Okay? Hopefully this is a sign of good things to come for us in Philadelphia.
Yes.
However, I do hope the next time Philadelphia wins the Super Bowl, the citizens of Philadelphia do not try to destroy the fucking city.
Yeah, let's not do that.
That would be nice. Just saying.
So, what are your plans for Valentine's? Since today is Valentine's Day.
Eat dinner.
Beat my meat.
Screw. Go to bed. Go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, there's that.
That's my plan. I know you're cooking chicken.
Yes, I am cooking chicken all night. And tomorrow too.
Yeah.
And Saturday.
Hey, by the way, if you guys are going to be in the Colleen Harker Heights area, our boy over here is cooking chicken over at Pluckers. It's the one, what, over here by the mall?
Yeah.
Or by the theater?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's right there.
Right next to Tilted Kilt.
Right next to Tilted Kilt here in, well, it's technically Colleen.
Yes, it is Colleen.
Even though there's now no gap between Colleen and Harker Heights.
Yeah, no shit.
So if you're looking for something to do tonight, go to Pluckers. Order
70-cent wings.
Yeah, 70-cent wings tonight.
And it's also trivia night too.
Yes, so there you go. Yeah. Go to Pluckers.
Well, you know, unfortunately, I probably would have been spending Valentine's Day doing something, you know, besides work and everything like that, but shit doesn't work that way.
It happens.
Yeah. But, you know, and I will say this, you know, there is somebody who, you know, I do love, and somebody who I care about very deeply, and I know some things have been said to me about what this person has said, and that is completely okay, because that is their prerogative, and it's totally okay. But yeah, I just you know, wish things were different.
Oh, life ain't perfect.
No, it's not, and it's fucking bullshit. But you know, that's my life, unfortunately.
Life is what you make of it. So if you make it, if you make it crap, guess what?
Well, I mean, you know, me getting fucked over, I really didn't have a choice in that.
I tried, folks. I really tried to intervene and do the, hey, I'm your friend, I'm here for you deal, and it totally didn't work. Yeah.
No, because I always fucking cry during that fucking song. Fuck you, Ben.
What are you talking about? Hold on. Where's
No.
I've got it.
Oh, God.
Right there is somewhere over the rainbow.
No, let's not, please, because I really don't feel like I'm crying on air.
Well, not to mention the fact that I can't play that because it's copyrighted, but this one isn't, and we're going to be saying goodnight to everybody. So, folks, tonight, if you got yourself a Valentine, don't stop streaming until I play the exit song.
I was just getting it set.
Lufa cut me off like a quarter into it. You know, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you got yourself a Valentine with you tonight, hey, curl up with them. Enjoy your company. If you don't, you know what? Go out, find some friends and hang out and have some fun tonight anyway.
The bar is there for you.
Yes. Don't sit there alone at home and be miserable.
Don't be suicidal like me.
You couldn't fucking help it, could you?
Nope. Hey, it's a warning for people. Hey, there's things there for people.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
So on behalf of the Ross and Rich Show, I'm Raj.
That's right, and I'm Rich, and we're fucking out of here. We're going. We're gone.